Sanford Stadium in Athens. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Play action on first down. Out wide right, it's Frazier. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. And you saw it on that first play of the game.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, and not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Drops back on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
2nd and long here. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Still looking to his right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Reed. Right side, it's Horton.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Looking for the marker. Turning it on. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Throwing Reed. Out wide right, it's Craver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Oh, pressure's coming. Just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To throw, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle, it's Frazier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll give to Frazier. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position.
Gonna take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Left side is Frazier. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Rush is on. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Straight ahead, it's Owens. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be second and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Here's Reed to throw. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Dogs are barking and throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a... Now, and they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Reed, look out. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Out wide left, it's Horton. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. A&M comes back out with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Reed makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolled. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Left side is Humphries. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Quickly complete. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Fires to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just barely got rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Finds his target down the middle. To the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hits inside. It's Owens. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing Reed. Got his man. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Moves the pocket. It's Reed. He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throws it deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Upstairs, he's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights right down the middle. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Running inside, it's Edwards. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 12 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Tigers, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Defensive. the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. This quarterback, part of their running game, smashes through the tackle. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can...
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. Inside the 30. Inside the... And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's past the sticks. Still on his feet at the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Reed finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on 2nd and short? Turns it upfield. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. using his feet. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Here's a give to Frazier. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Using his legs, it's Phillips. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Phillips. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The fake wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Stockton. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Though a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, it's Owens. Fighting off the defender. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Gonna run it. It's Owens. There he goes. The 50, the 40, the 30, past the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and court right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He turns that loose down the right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got his man in the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Makes a grab deep. Into the secondary on the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And the sticky fingers makes that 2-point conversion decision a good one.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away passing.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The run inside. It's Owens. Got the first down. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Got his man. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Number 38 sets a kickoff.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drops back. It's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He's changing the play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Riley. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Out wide left, it's Craven. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the D deny them on second and goal. Now on the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for the score. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And here he comes out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. He's going for a big play downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Pass to 6. Find some room. Touchdown, Aggies. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this 2-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. That's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Aggies! And they turn it into a defensive score. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Quarterback changing the play. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.